This is the ACT Aspire Mathematics pretest. Number 1 says, suppose angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2 and angle 2 is complementary to angle 3. Which of the following statements is true? Supplementary angles add to be 180. Complementary angles add to be 90. It says angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, angle 2 and angle 3 are complementary. I'm going to change angle 1 to x, angle 2 to y, and angle 3 to z, just because I like variables better. First of all, angles 1 and 2 are supplementary. That means x plus y equals 180 degrees. Angles 2 and 3 being complementary means that y plus z equals 90, but I'm going to switch those so I can line up the y's. Z plus y equals 90. Now I have kind of a system of equations that I can solve using the elimination method. The elimination method hopefully will get rid of these y's and I'll have an expression remaining that I can use. In order to eliminate the y's, I have to have opposites, so a positive y and a negative y. In order to do that, I'm going to multiply the whole bottom equation by negative 1. So I have x plus y equals 180, and negative z minus y equals negative 90. As you can see, positive y and negative y, those cancel, and I'm left with x minus z equals 90. Well, x stood for the measure of angle 1, and z stood for the measure of angle 3. So our answer is D. Number 2. A particular brand of ski wax works best when the temperature is within 3.5 degrees Celsius of 31 degrees. Express that statement as an absolute value inequality where T represents an appropriate temperature. So it says that it works best when the temperatures are within 3.5 degrees Celsius of 31 degrees Celsius. This word within is what indicates we're going to need an inequality. Within means less than or equal to. It's between the two numbers, the maximum and the minimum, but it also includes the maximum and minimum. Since the number of degrees is the same on both sides of the 31 degrees, the 3.5, that's what tells us we're going to use an absolute value. It's within 3.5, so the 3.5 goes there. Our absolute value goes here. And the temperature is 3.5 degrees to the right and to the left of that middle, which is 31. So the answer is B. Number 3 says factor 16x squared minus 121. First of all, this is a difference of two squares. The way you can tell, it's a difference, meaning it's a subtraction problem, and the two terms that are being subtracted are perfect squares. I could square root 16x squared, which would give me 4x, and I can square root 121, which is 11. Since it is the difference of two squares, factoring it is easy. It'll factor into two binomials. The square root of 16x squared goes in the first position of each parentheses. The square root of 121 goes in the second position of each set of parentheses. And in order to have only two terms left, the parentheses have to have opposite signs. So our answer is D. And let me show you how that works. So 4x plus 11 times 4x minus 11. 4x times 4x, you can see where we get the 16x squared. 4x times negative 11 is negative 44x. 11 times 4x is positive 44x. And 11 times negative 11 is negative 121. When you would combine these terms, you can see a negative 44x and a positive 44x cancel each other out, and you're just left with 16x squared minus 121. So these terms in here have to be exact opposites. If those are exact opposites, that last sign, the 121, has to be negative.